Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, and perhaps even good evening. Thank you so much for dropping by and joining me for another exciting session of the 3D Shenanigans, where we're going to go and fiddle a little bit more, hammer and chisel, as they will iterate over, focusing on the North Star to do my over my title sequence. Leo is here and it's snowing for you. That's crazy, Leo. Thank you so much for your like on the Vimeo video earlier as well. Very nice. Nancy is here. How you doing? Good to see you. Mr. Nate is here. Really sorry to hear about your headache. I hope it's gonna pass soon. Perhaps you do need a bit of aspirin. Let Dr. J take care of you with some good old-fashioned 3D entertainment. Let's hope it doesn't go too wrong. And Miss Julia is here. Wonderful to see you all. I'm gonna go and put some music on, and then I'm going to try and give you a little rundown of what I'd like to achieve and accomplish today. So we've been giving some love to the outside of our title sequence in Unreal Engine, and the inside we haven't really looked at much, and I want to use a feature that is in iClone that is for making easy crowd animations, and I think our interior of the auditorium might be just what we need. So I'm going to go and explore some bits and pieces there in iClone, but I'm also going to have the project open so that we can send geometry from the project into iClone and then animate around it. So that's the plan. If it works, we don't know, but I've been looking into Motion Director recently, and Motion Director is this technology that we're going to use for this exciting stuff. Let's go and bring up the project. This now comes up all the time. You say no thanks, and then everything is fine. I don't know what's going on. Cinema titles, and the Dropbox version does not work, and the version that isn't in Dropbox, that is working. We don't know why. We just acknowledge that that's how it works. So, oh, you're changing a lot of things. And one of those, which I'm working on right now, is making new ringtones. Ooh, turning a few parts from songs into ringtones. Nice one. That is cool. I like it. Sounds exciting. Okay, let me know if the music is too loud, too quiet. I think just a small bubble in the background is exactly what we need. I'm going to go and actually start with the geometry from the project, so I don't have to do dummy geometry. Or maybe I should actually, yeah, while this loads, let me go and put this up. So these crowd animations, they all rely on either a nav mesh or a prop. So the prop could be the floor, and that's probably what we're going to use. So let me go and just, as a little test here, let me go and start with the floor. There we go, perfect. Floor is burning our retinas out, so that might not be what we want. Let's go and just make that a little darker, just so that, yeah, that's a good floor, isn't it? Perfect. That's our floor, and we can, to make it extra easy, I think I'm going to use this create feature here. Create scatter, and then I'll generate a crowd. There's multiple other ways to do it. You can use props this way as well, but I'm going to try to do this here. And then a funky little window pops up that lets us do all kinds of other things. So we're going to go and spawn these guys on an object. So I can create a volume or pick an object, and the object we're going to pick is the floor. And then it goes and scatters me some people here. And this is going to be the floor elements of the interior of the theater there. You can have the amount of people here. If I reduce that, then it becomes less people. You can have more people, but they all want a little bit of personal space with this option here. So if I increase that, then I can eventually only have less people on the same floor, because, you know, the more personal space, it's just, you know, I can have less people. And we'll see what the density is like there on the auditorium. I think I can also add other pieces of the geometry to it, so that's neat as well. And I think that's pretty much all we need. Maybe 20 people is a little bit much right now, just for a test. Let's use 5. 5 is good. And down here, I think under generate placement, I can basically just scramble them until I'm happy. Let's say I'm happy with that here. Notice they all face the same direction, so I can use the random orientation and turn them around different directions, which is kind of neat. So that's part one. I can't deploy any actors yet because I haven't told the system what actors I want. So I think I can go into here and pick some out. Maybe from either Modern People Sampler here or Suburban Family. That's not downloaded. Let me just go and download that quickly, and then we'll take some people out of that in a moment. But let's do Modern People Sampler for now, and just grab the first, I don't know, 6 characters here and put them into the actor pool. I think I just go and drag them in, and then these are the available people that could be deployed. And you'd think that is all, but no, we also need to tell them what animations they can use. And there's 2 versions here. I can either give them actual animations, motions, or I can use an IMD file. So that might make things a little bit more interesting. Mr. Brian is here. Mr. Ricky is here. How's it going, guys? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm just doing a little crowd test here before I deploy it for real into the Unreal Engine project. This here, let's go and make that so it doesn't calculate every frame here. Standing, but I'm going to take care of the interior today, at least the auditorium part, the sort of the reception part, not the auditorium, the reception part. But we can use the same principle for both. So let's try IMD first, unless we just want them to be idle. Let me just regular motions first. Let me try that. So under item, I guess animation, motion. And let's just see if there's anything idle. There's lots of idle things, even idly sitting around. So that's kind of nice. So I'll just go and grab a few basic idle things that don't have anything to do with holding guns and stuff. So maybe that's enough. Happy standing, perfect. So go and drag that into the possible options of motions here, and I think that should be it. Let me just go and deploy the actors. In fact, let's go and make a few more actors at 10 perhaps. Generate, just run it. That's cool. That's good. Let's do that. Deploy actors. Let's see what it's like. I think we're probably going to be better off using an IMD file for this, because that way they can choose their own behaviors, and I can also incorporate these props. So I think motion, I've just never tried it out. I thought maybe we'll try it out. So it has a crowd system. Yes, it's part of the Motion Director thing. It's included with iClone, so it's not sold separately, which is kind of nice. It's one of the reasons why I bought this, because it's kind of it's a really neat system. You know, performance here, just showing you, I have a little bit of a viewport lag. I've just found out something earlier, that iClone actually has DLSS. Can you believe it? That is pretty insane. I had no idea. I'm gonna go and close this down, because I think we're done with this. And I think that might make my viewport performance even better. Let's just try it out, shall we? Under preferences. No, it's not under preferences. It was under preferences, wasn't it? Preferences. Preferences. I think it was under somewhere, something like performance. Enable DLSS. See, this is crazy. It doesn't say, Nate, it doesn't say, but if we look closely at people's faces here, if I go and enable that, and also taking into consideration 10 characters now, low-ish, medium res characters, I'm not getting 60 frames a second. I'm fine with that. I could just switch my viewport resolution down, but I was thinking maybe this is gonna be beneficial. See that little flonk that it just did there? Is it better? It is a little bit better. And if we look at the faces, I think you'll see a quick, at least here in the grid at the background, you can see a little bit of a difference when I switch it on versus when I switch it off. And AI model is quality, balanced, performance, or ultra performance. So I suppose this might bring down my viewport resolution a little bit. Yeah. Does it increase performance? Not that I can tell, but it certainly makes it a bit more snappy. So I can see with like 50 characters or so, that might be kind of cool. Maybe I'll just bring it to performance. See how it behaves. I mean, I don't see much of a difference other than that the grid is a little shoddier. So But that is good though, isn't it? We don't really want to see we don't want to see a difference. We just want to see a performance boost. That's really what this is all about. Speaking of performance, how does it now work with normal motions? Do I just press play? Yeah, and most of them are idling around. Not all of them. And then of course the motion is at an end eventually. So it's not like I should have clicked loopable motions, and I didn't populate the pool with enough characters. So they don't really do much. So I think that's where an IMD file would probably come in handy much better. Yeah, so that's probably not what we want. Let's go and put this to the beginning here. We don't really need the timeline right now, I don't think. Then we're gonna do it all again. People, Gonski, budget cuts. Patrick, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to my little 3D soiree down here. Let's try it again until we're happy, and until the music comes down to something a little bit better. If that happens. The distribute generate crowd, I like it. We can use the same actors for now, but I'm going to switch over to IMD motion and see if I can find something a little bit more appropriate. IMD, Motion Director. So, talking couples, that might be nice. Listening to music. Nothing sitting for now. Looking, walking, learning something. And looking around idle. Let's do that. So put those into here. And there'll be a small other thing that's probably necessary. But let's go and pick that object, which is this. And 10 people is probably enough with the random orientation. Generate placement we've done. And let's do deploy the actors. So now women might have male motions, men might have female motions, but let's not worry about that. You're right, Ricky. Yes, it was more of a joke. That's true. I don't think it's DLS5 yet either. I just think it's kind of cool that it's even in there, like in principle. Performance enhancement, that's sort of neat. I think we will soon enough. I don't know when they're going to release it. If it's going to come out with the current generation of 50 cards, or if they're going to make it available with the next generation, which whenever that is, that's coming out. So yeah, we don't have enough characters here. And I need to do something else. When the I think if I just press start. No, it works. Cool. So they're all set up to be auto in zone. That's perfect. So if I go and press start, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Is anyone going? Should you guys be walking around now? Idling? You're just idling. You're not even walking. This is sort of neat, but I had expected a walking crowd. Maybe I've not got the right IMD motions applied there. I think we can give them all a different motion. I mean, they are all moving, and they will do so literally forever. But if I give them different motions, then they're going to go and walk around as well. He's very interested in something. We don't really know what, but hey, I think he is, which is nice. People are unsure. Whoops, what's happened? Have things crashed here? Whoops, I think we've got a non-responding crash coming on. Nope, we're good, we're good. Whew. We just can't do anything else. That's sad, isn't it? 2 out of 10. Oh, what a shame. Let's see if we can make him walk. Once we understand this principle, we'll be easily able to port this into Unreal Engine. It's just like right now, I think even 10 characters is already too much. Could it be Unreal Engine's fault that Unreal Engine shouldn't be on while we're doing this? It's possible. While it calms down, I'll just go to the scene that we actually want to work with. Because there's also these props that people can interact with, like imagine movie posters that they can look at. So let's see where that might be appropriate. And how we override that in Unreal Engine, that's a different matter. I just want to have a look. That might be neat. Oh, so you think it works it out by tags? Interesting. Yeah, maybe. Let's hope. That would be really good. Thankfully, I'm not getting involved in accessories, stuff that they're wearing or anything. Has it stopped? No, failed to save macro. Well, I'm good. You know, as long as you haven't crashed, that's what we like. That's what we like. So, let me bring up this other panel here, which is behaviors. And have a look at the IMD list. Can I do that per person? Yes, look and wait idle he has, so we don't really want to do that. We're going to go and put casual walk into you. Let's make him all casual walk. I think I can override this on a per person basis, right? I don't have to do... I mean, I could just replace the whole crowd. That might be faster and easier. So what they don't show you in the sizzle reels, clicking on a button, 20-minute pause until you actually got something there. So walk, that's cool. So we're gonna go and get rid of that. You, talking couples idle. Yes, I think, you know what, let me just go and remove the whole thing and let them deploy completely from scratch. That might actually be faster. Third take, scatter, generate crowd. Characters are fine. List of IMDs, terrible. Music, terrible. Still terrible. What did we say here? That was something like... there was something like walking. Was it pedestrian actions? There we go. And that was pedestrian actions. Reel about? No, that wasn't it. Oh, because I'm looking for idle. That's why. So let's use female mobility. That's one we can put in. And then the equivalent for the men. Casual all. And jog and store and walk. There we go. Let's do those. Let's do those. Pick object is this. 10 characters. We don't want to do any more. Placement a little better. Like so. Let's see if this is all being worked out. Deploy actors. Keeps fingers crossed. 20-minute wait time. Watch a cartoon while it applies. I wonder if we ever get something like a notification. Congratulations, you've watched 100 million progress bars. Ooh, the following actors matched unexpected results to the tag setting. To prevent this, ensure there are no conflicts with default tags, like whatever it means. And now, can you guys walk around? Processing. 100 million progress bar. That's a good title. Write that down. 100 million progress bars. I can see it now. And it's like one of those escape room games, but you have to watch 100 million of these. And then you'll get to the next level, which is then complete blackness where you don't see where you're going. But you have to solve a puzzle. It'll be great. Applying accessories, but what accessories? Yes. Ah, people are walking and all. That took a bit longer, but that sort of worked a bit better, didn't it? People are indeed walking around. And jogging as well. Perhaps we should ask them not to do that, because they should just be like either idling or walking, but not jogging in the cinema. I think that's... we need to ask them to not do that. Your life is 1% at a time. Yeah, so that's something I need to change on the actual IMD to say this. And jumping too, I think we don't want to do that. Stepping over things, perhaps, if and where appropriate. Maybe also less standing around for the men there, I'm thinking. Yeah, so the neat thing, Ricky, is that you can say you can have exclusion volumes as well, where they're not supposed to walk. You can give them personal space so that they do sort of crowd avoidance behavior, that they don't run into one another. And they can also interact with stuff. So let me see if I can do that just without doing anything else. Let's say we're happy with this, which of course we're not, but let's take it one step at a time. There are some of these props that are neat, that are also part of this. So these are interactable people, but there's also interactable props here, MD props, that's them. And like the vending machine. I think we need to go and rotate that around. And this is where they can then interact. With it. So one of them, if they step by, they'll just go and randomly interact with that. Throw away trash we can try. I don't think I've tried that yet, but for our cinema that might actually be kind of cool if we had something where should you walk past, you can put trash into here. There's some doors, there's a chair, and this blue geometry, that's just a proxy mesh. So you can replace that with your own, you can hide it. That's kind of neat. I'm going to go and duplicate that and turn that into a bit of a bench here. Well, let's say you guys can go and interact with that. I think there's one other thing that's in the general settings. I don't think I want... I just want a bird's eye view here. And I don't really want to follow anybody. Free camera, there we go. Okay, let's try this out. No promises that this is going to work, but hey, let's see. No, I wouldn't do it with Live Link, Leo. I would do it with just the regular export. And iClone has an option to put all these guys onto a sequencer for me as well. So what we did last time, exporting character with motion separately and then placing them in Unreal Engine, I wouldn't do it this way here. I would do it taking all 10 people together, letting them all export all together with meshes and animations, and also letting iClone make the sequencer already. So by the time I then call that up as a subsequence in Unreal Engine, they'll go and do exactly that on one slider. So that's cool. I'll just attach that to my to that part of the animation, and then it should all run in that correct location. That's the plan anyway. So it'll be good, yes. So there we go. So the cool thing, I think, with these interactions, with these interactable props, I don't have to do anything. If they happen to go into that radius, they'll just go and do something. Or there's a chance that they do something. Like, that's obviously not good, so I'll go have to put an exclusion volume in there. That is too funny. Anyone want to do the vending machine thing? Get yourself a soda, sweetie. Come on. Nobody want to do a soda thing? Do a soda. Nobody wants to throw anything away either. And you can't sit there when somebody is already standing there. You can't walk through the chairs. What are you doing? That's bad, isn't it? So, you 3 out of 10, would you say? Maybe nobody has anything to throw away. Get a soda already. And stop jumping. You can get yourself soda. Soda? It could be that because the machine isn't quite on the floor here. That could be. Or they're all so attracted to the chairs that nobody wants to go to get the soda. Okay, that's it. No more chairs for you guys. There's no more sitting down here. I can try to... I think there's a way to put this into an exclusion volume. With a nav mesh, you can do that. That you build yourself an exclusion volume. So, don't know. I'm more concerned about the soda machine at this point. Maybe that needs to be here. And no more chairs for you guys. They're trying, are they? And also, there's now more soda machines. You can all go get yourself soda if you want. Yeah, there's 3 different ones. It's like in Cyberpunk. It's one with the burritos, one with the tomato ketchup, and one is for the slaughtermatic guns. You can see what you want to do there. There's you thinking, this is going to be a 10-minute job to generate a crowd of 200 people. Not the case. Reality versus sales reel. Nobody wants to. Oh, he gets a soda. Oh, he doesn't want a soda. Why not? Do you want a soda? No. Nobody wants a soda. Maybe it's disabled. Oh, is she getting a soda? No, she's not getting a soda. Oh, nobody wants a soda. Nobody wants to throw anything away either. But jump around. That's what they want to do. Crazy. Now let me see if that's disabled in the soda machine there. I think under modify MD, it's active. Display gizmo, edit structure. Could it then be that in these particular characters, it's disabled? Or is it because they're in light mode? Do they need to be in edit mode? Let's see the 2 ladies in red here. Let me go and put them into edit mode. I'll see if it has anything to do with it. It has some... They were saying that you can only use things like reach effectors with in edit mode. So the 2 ladies in red and the 2 gentlemen in the blue blazer here. Let's put those into edit mode and see if that's related. Because I think under MD controls, was it under character settings? There was a way to ask them not to use props, but I don't think that should be the case here. MD prop interaction is enabled. Agent radius program, that's okay. Generate nav mesh. Do we need to do that? I don't think we do. Or maybe we did. I don't know. That's possible. Let's see. Let's hope the nav mesh goes away. It could be. It could just be that they're empty and our people know that. It does remind me a little bit of playing The Sims. And getting them to behave properly, and that's what that reminds me of. And they all have their little personalities. Just need to find a way for them to not run and jump randomly or pull out their guns and stuff. Soda machine, right? Lady in red, soda machine. Blazer guy, soda machine. No. Oh, she doesn't like it. Totally hates the soda machine. He just goes and stands around. He doesn't even walk towards the soda machine. He just goes and jumps. Oh no, he walks. Soda machine. Oh, yeah, soda machine. Go. You can do it, buddy. You can get yourself a. Oh, no way. They're avoiding the soda machines. So it wasn't that then. That's good to know. Maybe if you have a trash can and a soda machine in the same scene, it doesn't work. Okay, let's go and try. Let's try something slightly different. It works in principle. That's really good. I just want to work out why the soda machine doesn't work. Let's go and remove most of these guys. How is there a way to maybe not see the nav mesh? I'll remove a few characters for now. Yeah, is there a way to not see the nav mesh? Let's make that invisible. Just gets a little. And let's also just leave one soda machine. And no trash can either. And examine. It's definitely active. It doesn't have a reach. Edit structure. Huh. It's bizarre. Maybe I'll just drag in a new version of that. Use vending machine. There. Slap bang in the middle. Let's see if this works. Oh, and then also, what's your IMD again? You are casual walk. That sounds good. Let's do that. You, on the other hand, you probably have the female one. No, you also have casual walk. Okay. Well, good. Fingers crossed. In cases where there are MD props with duplicate names, we will automatically rename them to ensure correct operation of the motion director. Sure. Soda machine, dude. Nobody wants to even walk, but jump. That's what's she doing? That's so bad. Okay, fine. Something else then. I really want the soda machine to work. Soda machine goes over here. You are dismissed. Forget the crowd thing. Let me go and bring in just a regular character. Set this up manually. Everyone's questioning their existence. You're right. Actor core crowd. Let's say here party guy. Let's say toon guy. Oh, did you know iClone now has Unreal Engine navigation built in? That is just so cool. It's just so much more what I'm used to. So I'll go and drive this guy manually on a path. Maybe a closed path. Let me see. I'll go and create the path, and I'll try to make it closed. So we'll have him go past the soda machine. Can the path get closed here? I don't know how to close a path. I'd imagine that's a snap to point, sounds good, but also close path. Close. That's what we want. Perhaps just remove that. Perhaps remove that as well. Keep that. Yeah, that should be good. And then this, maybe we'll move that over here, and then move that sort of over here, and then that's a path. We probably don't need this either. There. That's a path. Excellent. So now we go to you. Dude, go to you, Toon Goon, give you an IMD, such as why can't we take anything from the auto on path, pick a path, pick that path, start on path, casual stroll, that sounds reasonable. Now if we go and have him walk, things are gonna get serious, yes. So he should not just walk on the path, but there should be a chance that he gets distracted by how amazing the soda machine is, and he should eventually go and hopefully stop by and get himself a soda. Unless, of course, he takes out the phone and looks at it, which we didn't know was gonna happen. Can you go back and have a look at the soda machine, dude? People are ignoring the soda machine. I'm not impressed. He's literally facing away from it. It's just so bad. Okay, dude, I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna make you walk past it manually. I'm gonna force you to walk past it. I'll go and take the path and make a new path. There, that's the path. There's really no way that you can miss the soda machine. You're gonna totally walk past it. I'm telling you. I'm gonna make you. Yeah, that's okay. We're gonna do that. Pick the path. Walk past it. And surprise us with going to the soda machine. Nobody wants the Georgia Cola. That's why. Feel free to ignore it when you walk past, but when you get back, nobody wants the soda. That is so sad, isn't it? It's like he's actively avoiding it. He really doesn't want it. It's so neglected. Okay, so let me try one other thing. I'll leave the soda machine where it is, and I'm going to add another one of these props. Like the observe prop. Let's say there's something incredibly amazing. See, what I find weird is that the soda machine doesn't seem to display this green circle, and that's the area that when a character walks into, they get basically suckered into, oh, maybe I need to interact with that. And the soda machine doesn't seem to have that, so I'm wondering if it is disabled somehow. Maybe the prop's broken. Edit structure. Prop animation may conflict with whatever that means. Do they need an IMD extension to be able to interact with that? Maybe it doesn't work. Because if I go and just put that over here and get another one with something else, like the chair or the watering plant thing. Let's do that. Watering plant. Oh, that also doesn't have a circle. Ah, so maybe some don't work like others. There's in fact two. There's watering plant, target, and there's watering plants, non-target. Interesting. What's the difference here then if I want to put this in here? Oh, once the actual plant and once the thing that where you pick up the can. Let's confuse him with that as well. I have a feeling these aren't going to work because they don't have that green circle around it, which makes me wonder how we're then going to use it. So this definitely has that circle, but none of these have. So then the chair, let me go and put the chair over here. Let's try that. He's the test goon. I love it. Yeah, Nancy's all these blue things. They're just, look at that. So he's happy to look at that and ponder it a little bit. They're just all dummy props so that we can replace them later with an actual poster or whatnot. So he does do that. It's got to be the magic. It's got to be the green circle thing. For normal mode, where you just go and do it, yes, that could be. Be interested to know how we can tell. So the chair, I'm just trying to decipher if that's an icon here. The chair and the observe one here, they both seem to work. But you can't really decipher. Dude, go back to the path, man. You can't just stare at the picture all the time. That's just what's going down. Now he's kneeling down. Go back to the path. Have a look at the soda machine. Water the plants. Sit down. Anything. Yeah, soda machine he totally ignores. But there's a chair. Do you think you should sit down? Take a load off? Might do, might do. I think that's... Don't know if the chair is going to be the right size for you. Yeah, perhaps not. But it works in principle, so that's neat. Yeah, soda machine. Let me show you how it was supposed to work. And this is a good point, Brian. If I go and change him into something that I control manually without the path. So now I don't let him walk around manually. I'm gonna go and control him. So we go over here. And as you're over there, perhaps, you know, personal space. Let's go over here. Dude, over here. Buddy. He doesn't want to do it. Oh my god. Then here, look, get yourself a beverage. There we go. Buy a beverage. This is what was supposed to happen. I'm not entirely sure, but don't dive into the soda machine. It's quite exciting, I have to say. And now he doesn't want to go. There we go. Walk over there. Then you can go and drink your soda. If there was in fact a can. Beverage. Sweet beverage. On a normal proportion character, it would actually work. It is like The Sims, isn't it? And then on the beverage you can go and put away, and then he just goes and puts it. That's just funny. This is also observe, so you can do these things manually too, and it records all this. So if you wanted to go and make it look nicer, you can totally do that. Like the watering plants thing, I think that also works. Grab the can from over here. It's not quite in his hand, that's fine. And then you can go and pour that onto there. Almost. And it even comes out, water comes out. That's quite nice, isn't it? Green brand broke the machine. And you can go and put that away again. And depending on what's inside his IMD, I can click on him and say, you know, glance at your watch, for example. Or do something like smoke a cigarette. Do we have cigarette actions here? He is actually holding a cigarette now. I think I can take a big puff. Again, not the best character to try this with. Light up, come on. We should use a different character. So true, Leo, yes. A customer bought something. He bought cigarettes. So, okay. You're dismissed. Thank you for solving the puzzle of the non-interactable, the non-auto-interactable props. I guess they are also sort of dismissed for now, I'm thinking. As is the path. And in fact, all of these things, let's go and start again with the new project here. My God, the music. Let's go fix that first. That's just... It's very hit and miss, I have to say. Okay. So let's try to hook this up into Unreal Engine and then refine this stuff. So meanwhile, over here, we have this. And we've planned out our camera sequences. And I don't exactly know where we're going here, but I think those are plenty of opportunities for people to sit down. I'm not sure if we're going to see it. This is stuff where I think this would be great to have lines of people going and moving forward here. I'm thinking a couple of at least 2 or 3 staff behind the counter, and then the rest of all of this could be just filled with crowd. So I think we need to figure out maybe like a volume that we can set up so that we know where we actually are. And once we have that, we can send these floor plates over to iClone and then go and animate with that. So we do actually see this whole thing. That's interesting. So we see this whole thing here. So this whole auditorium, this whole room could be filled with people. Then here, I think we should just have one guy standing here. And then here we have these 3 rows, or 2 rows at least, where people can just, you know, step forward. And then we have a couple of staff maybe down here. And then this is also where crowd can happen. And here, people might be standing here as well. That's also good for 2 lines here. Once we build 1 line, we could probably use this for the other ones. And this is a good place to focus on for today. And then as we go into here, I'm thinking this should also be filled with crowd. And then we're going to follow 1 guy into here. And we can do that another day. And this is another session where we're going to just have people sitting there. This is apparently also possible with sitting people from iClone. So we're just going to reutilize these people. This is going to be a big nav mesh and we're just going to drag them in. That should work for these 2 shots. So this is just 1 guy walking. That's going to be fairly simple. But if we focus on these 4 shots here, let me go and bring in a cube that we can rough out the sort of a basic area that we want to fill with people. I'm going to put the instance of that on here so that the instance I can always override with something that looks a bit neater, maybe like blue here, for example. It's okay, but not quite as exciting as I thought. That's our blue thing here. Do we have anything like a roughness? Yes, roughness. We have the magic slider, make it a bit rougher. And these are the rows, so we want to maybe stay away from that a little bit, or turn it into an exclusion volume. That's also a possibility. And then just extend that into here as well. And this is a bit much, so because we want to use that for those rows too. So do that, do this. That should be neat. Oops. I'm just going to have that protrude through the floor a little bit, and maybe making a whole duplicate of it sounds insane for now, but we can always adjust that around. So then here, that's going to be the other area. Yes. Yeah, maybe like that, and then we can have like a smaller version over there still. Oops. Like so, that should do the trick. Well, that's a good area. And then maybe we're going to go and take this bit as well. This would be ideal for people to sit down. We can see if we want to do that. I think I'm not going to leave that to automation. I'm going to just leave that. I'm just going to make that manual. Yeah, but this is maybe the area in which our crowd should be able to walk. So if I go and put all of this together, crowd area, Z fighting or no Z fighting. And then I'll go and send all this over to iClone and say this is where I want people to walk. That should work, right? Should work. And we can make it merged. It's cool. Transfer to iClone merged. Meanwhile, back in iClone, it says do that. And wherever that is, look at that, it's even got the color. That's neat, isn't it? That can now be where people walk around. What I forgot to do, I think I can just about deduce it, is where's the actual entrance? That's over there. That's where people come in. Okay, let's see how we can make that happen. I might just go and save this as well before we do anything untoward here with that. Maybe it'll be a project and it'll be cinema titles. Maybe I'll call it Foyer. 4v1. Okay. This is where we want you guys to walk on. Let's see how well this works. So create, scatter, generate crowd. Pick object this. And maybe the color wasn't fantastic that I've picked, but I can tell that we need a lot more people here for that to be funky. So at least, I'm thinking at least 40 people. Let's start with 20. 20 is already quite a lot. Do they have random orientation? Perhaps that is sort of good. And let me go and focus on just a few IMDs here. So I'll go and remove this. And just use the casual stroll and walk animations. And characters, maybe, okay. Deploy with variant materials. Oh, that's cool too. So then we don't, even if we do get duplicate ones, if they have multiple materials, it shouldn't be, we shouldn't see it so much. I'll go and pick more characters here as well. In fact, I'm going to go and replace them all with different data sets, so to say. Actor, character, actor core, crowd. So we can have all of these guys, but not the kid. Maybe also the guy who's dressed like a Terminator here, we're not going to have him as well. We're going to have Party Girl is here twice. Kevin's here twice as well, so let's not do that. You guys can all be part of my movie crowd. And then, of course, business people can also come. Gives us a large group. And we have casual people too. All the casuals, all of you, you're invited. You don't look like a kid. You can come. And you guys, you're too young. It's adult movies here, so, you know. So from this huge group of people, accessories we don't worry about. They're just gonna walk around, unless if some of them need phones and stuff. Well, let's just worry about that later. That's just a pool of characters. Let's see how that goes. Generate placement. We don't want them too close to the walls here. Deploy actors. Let's see how it goes. Fingers crossed. 20 is a lot. But hey, since we have DLSS 2.5 available, maybe it's not so bad. I may have to make my own IMDs and take out the jumping actions. But once it's recorded, we can always override that. So in the end, I should have something like a 10-second, 20-second clip, and each actor would have like a motion strip on the timeline. And if there's anything that happens that I don't want, like them jogging or jumping or something, I can always go take that bit out on a per character basis. While this is doing its thing, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. There is, yes, so there's two things actually, Ricky. The one thing is these guys are already fairly low res. Actor scan and actor build are fairly low res crowd made characters. But the other one is that in Unreal Engine, it'll apply, if I want that, I can add the nanite for scalable meshes to it, and then it'll take care of the subdivision, so we don't have to worry about sending LODs into it. You'd have to do that in Unity, but thankfully we don't have to do that here. There we go, that did the trick. So that's 20 people. How does that look? if we go and press play. Fingers crossed. Yes, it's really good. So Nanite is basically an on-the-fly LOD system, if you will. Character Creator has an option for you to make these things yourself if you needed to deliver them. And I can also go and take high-res characters and size them down a little so that I don't have to send so much data to Unreal Engine. But Unreal Engine internally can also take care of that. That started with the Nanite for static meshes. And that came out with, I think, Unreal Engine 5.0, and it's been improved. And they had Nanite for foliage. That was a big thing because those take up a lot of room in the scene. And now they also have it for skeletal meshes. So it's really cool. I'll show you in a minute how it works in Unreal Engine. There's a visualizer that shows you exactly how it works, how you can see as you go closer to an object how the triangles of an object change on the fly. So there's no more popping things in as you're used to from video games from back in the day when you go closer and then there's this pop and then the object appears a little bit better resolution and then you go away and there's another pop, and has all kinds of implications on shadows as well. I'll let this do. I'll go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I mean, that certainly works in principle. That's not bad. I don't know where they're all walking off to. You shouldn't be walking that way. You should be staying in the thing. What are you doing? I can't... What's happening? Maybe we need to get them a nav mesh. I think this walking off is just... That is weird, isn't it? Why are they walking off? Because that was the point of me having something like this here, that you guys don't walk off. I can certainly see this, especially as we go through the camera. At least there's some movement here. Obviously taking out all the jumping actions and stuff, but I can see this working. I can see this working. Casual jog. Yeah, we need to go and stop that. And just you guys wandering around. Some of you could also go and look at movie posters, perhaps. I think that might be nice. But this walking off the nav mesh, I don't know why that is happening. Distribution of characters, I also think is done really well. So I don't see many or any duplicates there that I can tell in the crowd. It says the zone is definitely that, so they shouldn't really leave that. Let me go and do this slightly differently. Even though this is a nice guide, perhaps what we really need is a nav mesh. A scene or volume. Let's go with the scene here. There it is. Perhaps this is something that makes it more clear. Then we want to pick this nav mesh controller. Let's try that. Fingers crossed. So the idea is you should now stay in the nav mesh. Nobody's walking off it. Please. He's already totally standing outside of it. He's just moving around there. It'd be also good to have some group interactions where people stand together and talk. I think that might be nice. But for now, let's focus on the basics. Nobody's walking off the grid. Yes, I think the nav mesh makes that possible. I think it's clever enough to detect that, so I can adjust it. That I can also put blocking volumes in. So if I have something like a group of chairs in the middle, or a plant or something where I don't want them to walk through, I can go and dedicate that as something that I don't want to see there. I don't want to see them interacting with or walking through. And she flees in panic. That's quite nice. This running around, there is a way that you can, I might actually try that. There is a way to say, don't change modes and don't idle around, keep walking. So that's another possibility, that we just say to them, just keep walking. This is good. So this makes them stay on the nav mesh. That's good. So they don't walk off that anymore. Let me try that. This is another cool thing. I think that's under the behavior settings. I think that might be on another tab here, MD behavior. In casual all behavior setting, stroll, walk, and jog. So I think I can go and remove that here. I don't want him to jog, so let's remove that first of all, since it's the only IMD we're using, casual all. Hours later. It's not like you click on something and then it works. Makes you appreciate just how much work goes on under the hood here. If it doesn't just expose the setting, I bet it has to sort of uncompile and recompile things. There's currently no real way to make these blocks by ourselves, these IMD things. You can add things to it, but completely creating them from scratch, you can't do it. It's sort of a black box right now. Perfect, so jog, disable. That's what we wanted to do here. Walk and stroll is fine. One of the other things then that they do with the jumping there, how did that happen? Jump. We don't want jump to happen. Pockets, walk, move, argue. Oh, move, argue. Let's go and enable those things. Move and chat. That's also neat. Check surroundings. Talk calmly. Look at this. There's all kinds of things that we can enable here. Move, argue, refuse. Move, argue, decline, and dumbass. Talk, great. Talk, inquire, look up. Talk, passion. This might make it all a bit more interesting here. Stroll, and then in walk. Dodge, low. But I haven't found anything like jump. It could be dodge low, that could be that. So I might just go and disable that. Move chat relax, move chat meet. Okay, so I'll enable all of these. Pockets walk is fine. Anything else? Sounds good. Let me go and apply that. Maybe dodge was already the one that made them jump. Because was that the only thing? Yes, casual all M we had. So walk and stroll. I can ask them on either one of these things if they should be more walking or more idle. So I'll put that in the middle somewhere. Because I think they were idling more than they were walking. So I think it would be nice if we had some more movement in the room in general. So maybe a 1.5 maybe. That's on stroll, and then the other one is on walk. So we'll do that there as well, so that we just have more movement there. So idle is less. And perform is fine. I'll leave that for now as well. I'll go and save my project just to see if it all works, and then let's see what this looks like. And if we're happy with that, I think we should try to bring all of those, considering there's already 20 people, into Unreal Engine and see what it looks like. I have a feeling we're probably going to need more. No one's walking. There we go. Now you're walking. More walking, guys. There's still people jumping there. Yes, the jumping. What is the jumping action? It's so bad. I didn't even see it in the IMD. There was no jump. I may have to go and try it with a real-time player. Also, she walks a little bit like a man here, so that's not ideal. We should give the women their own IMD, really. And running, I don't think I had running there at all, so that's a mystery why they think they should be doing that. I don't really understand this, to be honest. Yes, where's jumping? I mean, nobody has jumping in there. So I could, I guess, if I go to macro data, and this was the last take we did here, 80 seconds, I could go and create a clip out of this. This is going to take a while, but it'll make it all available on the timeline. So at that point, I can see the jumping culprits and just take that out. So I could do that and then move some of the animations around. Let me go and try that. It might take a while for 20 characters and 80 seconds, but I think it might be the way to go. Then at least we have more control, because I think in Unreal Engine we only see this for about 20 seconds tops. And failing all of this automation, I'll just play everyone manually. I can do that too. I can literally go through this character by character and just make one guy walk on a path and walk another one, make 3 people follow it. So that's another possibility if we don't get the control that we want on this. I just thought it might be easy to just set a nav mesh, deploy characters, but I guess maybe I was a little bit wrong there. Yeah, so all the stuff I've enabled in the IMD did not come out, and the stuff that I thought, like the jumping that I disabled, is not actually disabled at all. So no idea what's going on there. Motion clip was successfully edited. That's perfect. So I think now it's probably longer than there should be a clip here. So we don't see it because the guy's in light mode. If I put it into edit mode, then we should see the clip. He's making the IK with the keys here. That gives us an idea of how long this whole thing is. There we go. That's her. I'll make the nav mesh invisible just so that we see this a little better. So I think she was okay. She was just walking. And if I then, this is a good example, if I don't want her to spend so much time here, I could just go and break the motion here. Break it here and then just go and have her wait less, and then she just goes and returns. Still waiting quite a bit here, so let's go and break you here. But the point of this whole thing was that I didn't have to get involved with so much, so much motion editing. It's still, but it's good to know that we can do it. That's pretty cool. I don't know who the person was who kept jumping here. Oh, I need to switch them all over to edit mode. Thankfully I can do that for multiple characters at a time. That's quite nice. Where's everyone else? Oh, do I need to turn, have I not done this with the macro data? Does that happen on a per character basis? I didn't think so. Or maybe I do. Maybe I have to do that. So everyone except for business F13, like you. Create clip for all of these guys, really? Let's see. Fingers crossed. That could take a while. Yeah, this is worth, if you had something else to do in the meantime, like do emails or something. Wow. I had expected when you say create clip, it does that for every person who participated in this metadata here. I guess that is not the case. Learn something else. Well, nothing's more fascinating than watching a progress bar go by. Dang. Maybe I can show you something else while this is running here, and that has to do with how to turn the high-res characters into something like these low-res characters. So I think Reillusion they always have fancy names for all kinds of things, and one of them is that these people here, they're a mixture of actor core and actor build. And I think somewhere on their website they explain that actually three. There's actor core, actor build, and actor scan. And the difference is that actor scans are basically scanned people and they decimated them. And then actor build is people that they've made with character creator, with high-res people like Kevin, and then put high-res clothing on it. And then they use their decimation workflow to turn them into these lower res actor build people, which we see here. And the cool thing about that is that they look very clean. So scans often look a little bit, they're individual pieces, but they can look a little fuzzy. But these actor build things, you can be very granular about how you decimate what. And they have this built into character creator, so I can show you that, unless of course this is already moving some people around here. It's kind of cool. So I'll let this doodle in the background here and show you something with a sort of high-res character. Let's use Kevin here. Kevin, we could use Brian. Let's use Kevin. These things could be updated here. Interesting. Item, character, clothes characters. Let's say Kevin. And at the top right here, you can see how heavy Kevin is. And I can use Kevin and his contemporaries for the motion director, but if you had 20, 30, 50 characters, that'll even bring Unreal Engine down. I had a scene with sort of 200 characters, and I had to be very creative in how I decimated the characters. So I had several versions of the whole crowd people, and those close to the camera where you could see there was movement in there, I left those high res, but then the ones further away, I had two levels of medium decimation and very high aggressive decimation. And that was necessary, otherwise Unreal Engine would just not move at all. So that was not neat. So you can see here that he has 77,000 tries plus clothing, so it's 87,000 tries. So he's a high-res character. You can go and zoom in, and he retains resolution. But for crowd characters, you typically don't need that sort of level of fidelity. So you can build a character and tweak him, clothe him as you want, and then you go, I think, to the Modify tab. No, that was this one here. And then you go to somewhere spell this one here. Maybe it's this one. No, that's not it. This here. No, that was not it either. There was a way to say, there we go, these two here, convert to game base and optimize and decimate. Those are the things that can turn this high-res character into the same sort of version that I'm using right now that came with packs. So game base, I think, is very low res. That's just highly optimized, doesn't look fantastic. So what I'm using is this one here, optimize and decimate. And here we have these options. Actor build, which is the same resolution that the guys are that I'm using. So 17 tries for the body, 2K texture resolution, but 101 bones, so they include facial bones. These are two presets here that are less resolution than this. So this one has 7K tries, 1K texture resolution, 54 bones. So still full body movement, including fingers, but no facial bones. And this one strips out even that, has 512 texture, 800 tries, so this is like far away from the camera. But if you didn't want to work with these presets, you can use a custom quality here, and then you can literally say what bones you want to strip out, how you want the character to get decimated. So it's very convenient. So if I'm going to use actor build here and put Kevin into the pool, I'm going to use hair. Do you want this to be part of the body mesh, or is it supposed to be an accessory? I think I make it part of the body mesh. And then you say, okay, and that is a more or less a one-click procedure, and that goes and makes Kevin into like a low-res version, which is kind of cool. It does handle hair as well, yeah. So you can. There's another way that you can use that's this here, Instalot, and I think it uses Instalot technology under the hood, which is quite neat. And with Instalot here, you can make X amount of LODs on the fly on export. So if you wanted to have one high-res guy, but you needed 4 or 5 lower-res version going down lower, you can use Instalot for that. And one of the things it asks you there is, did you want to leave the material zones intact and just shrink the textures, or did you want to take all the material zones, so clothing and body texture? Body texture here we have 4 or 5 tiles already, plus 1 tile for the shirt, 1 tile for the pants, 1 tile for the shoes, and so forth. It offers you to take all of that and migrate it into an atlas to make it more efficient. So then you end up with a 2K texture, but both the body and the clothing is on there. So it's there's tons of tools in here. It's really, really good. And it does handle hair as well, yes. And in this case it was saying, do you want to keep the hair reduced but separate so that you have a bald character and then you attach that with a socket or whatnot, or did you want the hair to become just part of the figure, like it is in this case with my guys here, which is still working around. So yes, it'd be good to have Kevin in this as well as that version. So the cool thing about this here is that you can bring in a DAS character, for example, put hair on, put clothing on, hide the skin underneath the clothing if you want, and then reduce them and use them exactly like this, and then they're ready for crowd as well. That's what I like about it. Yeah, 61%, so we're going to leave that cooking here while we stay with Kevin. Yes, and then in Unreal Engine, I don't even know if it's enabled here on this set. Let me see if it is. It has something that tackles no matter if it's high res or low res, so that's very cool. I think, is it here? Could be under lit. It's under lit. There it is, nanite visualization. And let's use overview. I don't know if it's enabled on this set or not. We shall soon find out. It is mesh hair, yes. Yeah. No, it's not fancy. It's no. It's not curves. It's mesh hair. Unreal Engine can do curve hair though, and it has a mesh fallback if you want to use that. So if the character is far away, it'll turn it into mesh hair. But if the character is close to the camera, it'll use its own groom hair. So it looks like nanite visualization. I don't think it's enabled on this set here. I don't see anything changing, which is bizarre. I have to say. Usually we should see something, but I guess we don't. Do we see anything else? Well, this definitely works here. But nanite doesn't come up, so it could just be that it's... Yeah, because buffer works. Yeah, you'll see something similar for nanite. It could, I don't know why it's not working. Nanite overview, it should snap into something like that, but it doesn't do that at all. So I don't know what's wrong here. Could be I've not tried it in 5.7. Do we have anything else here? There's the exterior. Let's see if the exterior has nanite enabled, or if it works there, let's say. Yes, fascinating to see that nanite at work on things like large landscapes. And if it's not enabled, you can enable it on multiple objects at the same time. Usually in previous versions in 5.6, that's what I work with usually. When you see the overview, you see things black that are not enabled, and it's all colorful triangles when it is enabled. So let's see what the exterior looks like. So much fascinating stuff. How's your Easter been, Ricky? You had some holidays? Just some days off, or were you working? So much going on here. Character decimation, animation exportation. Come on, computer, you can totally do it. You had a holiday to rest? That's nice. Yeah, same here. I'm back at work tomorrow. So today is just still rest and relaxation. Chillaxing. Slept really long yesterday and today. No, not yesterday, the day before. Yesterday I was actually up bright and early for Brian's stream. Haha. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Me too, to be honest. Yes, me too. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is exciting. It could just be that it's not enabled on this set here because it works with another technology that's quite neat. I should be able to have a look at it if I go and say B here. That's that. Yeah, that wall. Let me just go and see if it's enabled on this. And it's not enabled. Okay, so overview, therefore. Right, yeah, so everything that's black is basically nanite not enabled. And overview means you see all the different stages of nanite, but I know that my facade here is enabled. So let me go and have a look at the triangles. And so here you can see that the stuff that is nanite, as I approach it, you can see the triangles changing. So this is Unreal Engine swapping out the geometry under the hood here, and turns it into a more high-res or more low-res mesh depending on what you need. So like the word theater there and the thing at the front, you can see that how that is changing in real time. I think there's triangles and there's something else. There is patches, clusters, primitives, overdraw. I think triangles is usually the one that best shows it. Patches, I don't think there's anything. Mask just means whatever's green is nanite and whatever is not is not. Let me see if I can go and put some of these cars here. Oops. Let me just take these cars here. And considering, are there blueprints? There might be blueprints. Sadly, it doesn't work from here. Let me go to Control B, that'll show this object in the browser. And then you can go to Nanite and say enable Nanite on one mesh. If you had multiple selected, it also does that. So that should swap over in a minute. I'll go and just do these 3 cars here. Control B. Enable Nanite on this as well. Or you can right click on multiple selections in the content browser, and that'll take care of that as well. So it works on both static and skeletal meshes. Even though I don't know if the overview is going to show up the cars that are Nanite. You'd imagine it does, because it's assured me they are. It's just not showing them in the viewport, so I don't know why they don't work. Yeah, but on larger scenes, if everything is Nanite, which I guess it isn't in this case here, you can see tons of stuff changing. Let's see if I can try with the tree here. Tree, white ash. Perfect. Let's go and turn all the white ashes into Nanite as well. Ding. Takes a moment to build, so there's a lot of data that needs to be created under the hood for this to happen. And there is a runtime overhead too. So it's when you ship a game with Nanite, there's a lot of it's not available on all platforms, so it builds its own fallback LODs for that. I'll switch this back to triangle. So with these trees here, hopefully we can see it a little better, because there's a lot of small geometry that happens here. Yeah, so as you approach it, the geometry just gets swapped out individually. And so there's no popping. It just takes care of the fact that there's no popping. Yeah, see the triangles change there? And then as we don't need detail, it just goes and swaps them out live. So it happens on the GPU as well. It's not a CPU thing. Quite neat. But what I didn't know, honestly, is that skeletal meshes don't show up in the preview. That was new to me. That was totally new to me. And there's all kinds of discussions. Is it valuable? Is it worth it? Is it maybe better to just build the geometry properly rather than giving Unreal Engine all that high-res geometry? And it's, they're all valuable. They're all very valuable discussions and to have. There we go. Motion clip was exported successfully. So now everyone here has a clip on the timeline. That is perfect. So you here, you too, in fact, you're jumping, and that's totally not on. You've also been standing around there for quite a while, so maybe I don't want you to just idle around. The cool thing is if you know who's jumping, you can just go and take him out. So I'll go and break his clip here eventually. Wait until he's jumped, like there. And then I'll say don't do that again. So I'll go break that too. today is extra slow computer day. Perfect. That's just what we need. Now no more jumping, right? Indeed not. Having an extra special eye on you there, sir. Maybe it helps to make some of these people invisible. Can I do that on multiple of them? Possible. Yes, perfect. Lamar, any more jumping here? Still very sluggish, despite it could be that this is going on in the background here. My character creator, I think Unreal Engine is off. It's sort of idling around here. I'll go back into my interior. That's a little bit less power hungry than the exterior. It's all about resource management, isn't it? But I think it's also character creator doing its decimation work. But we're nearly done here, so that's neat. $25, yes, getting there. So the other guy was the person in yellow here. He was jumping too. So we're done with Lamar. Let's make everyone else visible again. Yes, you here. Casual F. 17. There's no jumping for you either. Oh, something else I can actually do. Instead of using high, I can just use quick mode here. That might make it a bit snappier too. Okay, who else deviated? Yeah, so this is kind of good to know. So for the first 600 frames or so, there was really not much action going on. So then it gets a little bit more interesting. These people are walking through one another. That's also probably because I've changed her action a little bit at this point. So yeah, that makes sense that she's walking through people here. There's 3 people jumping at the same time. Yeah, that's so bad. I don't know why that happened. It's just so bad. Change the design of his shirt to look like a Star Trek shirt. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, so the jumping, I think, you know, thinking about this, I'm thinking this whole jumping stuff, that is just, I have to figure out how we can remove that. Too much jumping. It's too time consuming to change that in every single instance here. There should be a way to just remove it automatically. So yeah, I think maybe I'll go and remove all of these guys and their animations, and then we'll try it again. See if there's a way for me to hack that IMD file somehow. There's got to be a way to do that. Meanwhile, Kevin over here, one more texture to go. I think we can totally wait for that. And then you can become part of the actor pool. Come on. So remember what this guy looks like when it goes and swaps it out. It'll show you what the low-res version is, but in Character Creator I can't show you 2 characters at the same time. So his eyes have changed a little bit, but his outer appearance still pretty much the same. But you'll notice a significant drop in triangles once it's done here. Or that was the plan. So far we didn't see much. I'm not sure if it's done what it was supposed to. So the hair still looks like it's very, I mean, it's now part of the body, but we're still talking 65,000 try, so it's not that much lower, not as it was saying what was gonna do. Curious. Is hair separate still? Oh, that's because Kevin original is still. Oh, this is part of Kevin's. So it hasn't done the hair. Didn't I specifically say make the hair part of the character? So that totally hasn't worked at all. I've had good success with this in the past, but of course I haven't tried Kevin personally. Yeah, so it hasn't done the brows, hasn't done any of these things. Interesting. Okay. Well, that was a waste of half an hour. What a waste. And what a shame too. Well, let's go back to the situation in hand and see if we can just deploy a crowd without it becoming a jumping fest here. I wonder what I've done wrong. We got the nav mesh still. Just wondering if there's anything that I can modify here. Create avoidance volume, create barrier update. So those are the things that that let me go, and if I don't want them to go into something, I can just go and create a barrier volume here. 1.25 out of 10. I think 0 out of 10 on literally all accounts. This is now, what is that, 2 hours of my life that I'm not getting back. Neither will you, which is so thanks for hanging in there with me. Let's try this one more time. So create. I think up until here the logic was good, but now I think it sort of happens. I'm not sure how well this is gonna go. Minus 1500 of 10. So we have our guys here. Female mobility. All stroll and walk. So maybe just go with one thing, and we'll just go with walk. And what's groups here? I don't really understand what that is either, but we can add other groups, right? I'm thinking. Or maybe not. That could be these fabled 2-3 people standing together type groups. Not that I have any idea where to get them from. Could be under actor, right? So actor groups. Group list. I don't know what groups are. Zero idea. Buildings, anything about sets? Of course not. Let's see in pack, perhaps. Pack, and then under free resources, they usually give you something. Free actor group, there we go. Are those the groups we're talking about? No, of course not. They are not. There we are. That could be. Are those the groups we're talking about? No. Let's call 2 different things groups, and then wonder why customers don't get it. Let's do that. I like it. So forget groups, whatever they are. I have no idea. Pick objects. Let's do this. Nav mesh. I like it. Amount, spacing, orientation. Let's try 10 people. Generate placement and deploy actors. Hope for the best. Blue skies like Twitter, Nancy. It's non-existent. Clever, Leo. That's very clever. Yes, it's like Twitter, but not run by an oligarch or by somebody who could buy the world many times over. And I'll give it 5 years before perhaps it gets bought by some evil corporation. Okay, show details. You got me. I'm excited to hear what the hell this means. Party avatar. The following actors matched unexpected results due to the tag setting. To prevent this, ensure there are no conflicts with default tags. I don't know what it means. It's your content, man. I didn't do any tags, so whatever. And then only one other thing. The nav mesh. I don't want to see. So now we play, and that should work, right? Ooh, okay. Very nice. How long are they going to be up there, Leo? They're not landing on the moon, right? They're just going around the moon, thinking about things, and then they're coming back. Because what, 4 days since they've set off? That's the error message, Ricky. Exactly. There's something I need to tell the user. I don't really know how to communicate it. It still has worked, and I've fixed something under the hood. Here's some stuff to check. But if you don't know what it means, I don't know. So far, this is good. No one's jumping. I mean, that's good. I just don't know why. He's hailing a cab. No, that's okay. And now the running starts, so perhaps before 2600 we want to be out. So if this is our controlled rehearsal group here, and we want to do this until maybe 2000, from 0 to 2400. What would be the next step if I wanted to get this into Unreal Engine? What's the next step? Because it's not a clip yet. I can't export it yet. I have to go and literally select every character again, turn it into a clip, and then we can go and send it over. I think that's how it works, isn't it? So this is that take. Let's see, these 10 things. There's also a kid involved here. So all these guys create... Oh, apply to all characters. There we go. That's the box I didn't find earlier. So that apply to all characters. Create clip. Okay, come on. Might as well jump. We don't want them to jump. No, not having jumped was good. That's what we want. So let's see if I go put all this out and then I designate an area that looked okay. So like after 600 frames of them just waiting around and before they start running around like crazy people, let's go and see if we can export the whole thing into Unreal Engine on a sequencer so that we don't have to, you know, set all these things up. One thing that's becoming, and this is why I'm glad I'm testing this end to end, one thing that's becoming abundantly clear is that this whole quickly generate crowds, the word quickly needs to be really dropped from that agenda. If you can either animate this yourself in 2 hours and then maybe get 5 characters done, but then you're done with it completely, or you let some automation do it, but then you have to run 50 iterations and make changes, and that whole process waiting for the computer also takes a ton of time. So I'm not entirely sure how quick is factoring into this. Imagine you had a large scene like with 50 people or so. That takes you a whole day just to get to randomly throw the dice just to see does this even randomly work. And that amount of time, why not just spend animating these guys from scratch? So that's something to really keep in mind. Yeah, so I'm thinking rather than letting the automation do it, I will use this floor prop and then just put a path here, a path there, and then just tell the people exactly what to do, and then we don't have random stuff happening. So that's already neat, isn't it? And then people started running, so maybe up until he's sort of hailing the cab here, 2,400. I think that's a good end point here. And do we need the beginning, or is the beginning just like 200 frames of thinking about things? So maybe from 200 onwards, let's go and do that. 200 to 2,000 something here. I'm going to go and save this. Foyer, I'll call this Foyer V2. It'll all be clear, right? After 50,000 videos. I'm sure it will be. So we're in the correct thing here. Since the floor is also blue, I've just changed my mind to maybe make it purple instead. It just suddenly came over me, you know. Okay, now the real magic begins. In here, window, plugins, even Unreal Live Link, Lively window comes up. We don't want to do anything live. We want to do it basically unlive, but that's also totally cool. We want to transfer the scene with the motion in the range from here to there. Bake all animations to a sequencer. That's cool. We want to do all the characters. We do not want to do the prop, the thingy, or the that. And we want to do it at 60 frames a second. And the button press you might regret. Hard to say if anything's happening. It is now 6:49 p.m. Let's see when this in some shape or form appears in Unreal Engine. Is it already doing something? It's hard to say. It is. Let's not be too impatient here. At least nobody's what's jumping in this case. I'm already excited about that. For one character, the transfer begins pretty much immediately. But technically we're doing 10 characters with 2000 frames of motion. There we go. Oh my god, something is happening. Please wait. We're waiting. Saving the stream. That is pretty cool actually about these files that it saves, that it goes and saves everything in one file rather than having lots of dependencies, and when they get broken all hell breaks loose. It's quite nice that they just have one thing and you can bounce it between applications. That's pretty cool. Cigarette PBR OIM. Please wait. Still waiting. It's all good. I was say, are we done waiting? This could have been it. No, hang on. We still. Now that we've waited, we're saving the stream. That is good too. Gotta save. This may have been it. From iClone. No, it's saving the stream again, just in case. Please wait. We're totally waiting. I bet that was for one character, so this is happening 9 more times, I bet. I wonder what happens in Unreal Engine meanwhile, as the transfer into Unreal Engine hasn't quite begun yet. So this is one of those kick it off, have lunch and see if it happens. Lots of waiting. But then it is 10 characters. Imagine you use high-res characters for this. Let's play Cyberpunk and come back in an hour. what did I say? 6:49, right? We'll go and we'll see what it looks like. And I'm thinking, my prediction is if it takes 1 minute per character, then it's at least 10 minutes. And if this is the second character, that's already 4 minutes. So it's 2 minutes per character. This is going to take 20 minutes. Wow. Please wait. Good question, Leo. We'll all find out. And then, of course, we find out, hey, this was all just a test. We're not going to use this exact animation. That'd be a shame, because then at that point we'd have to go, well, we better, because we've put the time in. I'm wondering if it would have been better to play in every single character on these things, either with paths or with walking around manually. I think that may have been the better choice, just time investment wise. Oh, I wouldn't do that on the same machine, Nate. I wouldn't. I would totally leave my computer do this and then just switch over to the PlayStation and then just you know, do that. We could do that. I can always keep an eye on this on the other monitor. Up to you. I'll let you decide. I'm gonna go to the bathroom actually, and let me know what you want to do. I could, Leo, but you'd still have to transfer them somehow. So you could, in this case, if you had these exact characters and just change the animations, next time you can just go and transfer the motion. That is totally true. But the first time you bring them into Unreal Engine, they would need to be, you'd need to bring them in once somehow. And I suppose that takes a bit of time. Just the motion transfer actually doesn't take too long. So if we use this exact set of characters and just change their behavior and then swap out the animation, that would probably be a little bit faster. Let's go do that then. Let's go do that. See what happens if I go and switch on the PlayStation. I think the idea is that it would hopefully should just change over to that. It does as well. Look at that. Woohoo! This is pretty neat, isn't it? I just don't know if we can change back later, but we'll have a look. Is this still, oh yeah, okay, so yeah, perfect. I can, Windows was kind enough to say, swap over to the other monitor. So as this, my system is now as if I had only one monitor. So my main monitor is now gone over here. PlayStation's gone over here. Oh, cool. So once this is transferred into transferred out of iClone. Remember, we also need to make an allowance for Unreal Engine to import it. So say the export takes 20 minutes from iClone. I'm thinking at least another 10 minutes over there. So if we're talking about 20 past, I'm thinking, let me go and see if I can. Game audio might be a little bit loud. I'll turn it down a tad so nobody has to shout. This is good. So this is basically what my streams are going to be like from now on. There'll be a mix between doing animation and then on top of that, we're also going to do game playing while we wait for the animation to do its thing. That's sort of cool, isn't it? I like it.
Say again, solve your own problems, clean up your shit.
Oh, there we go.
I got the merch and the car back. 6th Street is happy. That's 2 shits cleaned, bitch. Which means you'll get your cut after all.
I took my cut up front, honey. But I guess I'm touched by your concern.
Previously...
What bitter cold bitch that rogue.
Previously on Cyberpunk.
Mean to say she
We
was
can
once-
also, you know, we can also play something else. There's other things we can play here. There's well, that's Julia's Stardew Valley game. We can play the Still Wakes the Dean, the Scottish game. That's a possibility. Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition. Mass Effect, of course, but a blueprints. Oh, did you? 2023. Wow, it's been a while.
Boring.
Never that.
This is basically like just
But
watching a
she's no
movie
stranger to
and
the other end of
listening
the
to
stick.
dialogues. I
Think
still
she might
don't really
need a
want
nice
to.
strong shock.
I still don't want to have a drink with her.
I need a drink now. Come on.
Okay, let's have a drink. Remember, we're only doing this to fill time. We're not doing this because we're actually at all interested in you, airline woman. Rogue. Hope our little... Oh, we've read that already, didn't we? What we should do now is just leave her here and do a gig instead. That deserves its own stream. Okay, no worries. So this is how we do crowd animations. We press a button and everything just happens. There's no 20-minute export, 15 minutes import, and then you see people jumping where they are. Are you jumping? No, right? See, sir isn't jumping. Would you jump? No, you just play the idle animation and all is good, right? With dialogue and wafty hair, so there. Look at that re-illusion, that's how it's done. Poor Panam. I mean, you say poor Panam, she's the one who's a little bit, you know,
New biz or new friends back there?
Take a wild guess.
super awful with
Is everything
me.
good with you? Did those bozos come around again?
Raffins? Nah, it's been quiet. They'll be back, sure enough. This place has seen worse. What can
Hey
I get
Barkeep,
you?
hit me up with a 45-minute dialogue for no reason
So that
whatsoever.
package for Street, what was it?
You didn't peek? Valoperidol. Drugs for the cyber psychos in our midst.
They trading them?
Yes. They have deals. With black clinics, rippers.
What's underneath the bottle? The grey cube
Another
that
one
wafts
over here.
around? You finished that already? My god, I'm not touching that. I'm not having a drink with her. Totally not going to do it.
Thanks, Noah.
Cheers. Let me know if you need anything else.
Will do, bye. Oh, Judy
You've
leaves?
done your bit.
Why
It's
does
time
why
I
does she
returned the
leave?
favor. We need to think hard about how to handle the AV.
Let's think hard, come on.
So, Hellman, what's our plan?
Well, first I need to sort out how to down the AV with one hand while taking out security with the other. With what we want to do, we should make sure to be almost invisible. Let's meet back here around midnight. Agreed?
Sure, catch you later.
Noah, I'll need a room. Just for tonight.
Did you see that animation popping there? As promised, not even touching the drink. Meet Panam at midnight. Or not. Do other things before meeting Panam again. She agrees. She looks like that singer from the 80s, doesn't she? What's her name again? Oh, okay. Me, oh, Pierre's mainly. Meet me at the Sunset Motel. Or not. You know, let's see if it see what happens to these gentlemen over here. Are they good here? You seem to be down in the dumps, buddy. You good? Secure your soul. Didn't say of what day. Could be midnight next month. I like your thinking, Ricky. I like your thinking. Are there any geeks? Yeah, look at that. This is an Agent Saboteur. Sabotage the target here. Let's do it! I think I've not met the fixer here. I think they may have called me. But I may not have been listening because there was this time where I got so many calls from so many people and I was ever so slightly overwhelmed. I'm going to use my Manami to get over there. And my Mai even, not Manami, Mai. It never seems to matter. It's just midnight randomly at any time. Call Rogue, meet Judy, and meet Panam. Quick iClone update, it's still exporting. It's nice that I can keep an eye on it here. Next thing I should be doing is picture-in-picture somehow.
Man, did I miss you.
Oops. I bet that was a mission where we're supposed to stealth our way in. Guess that jig is up, huh? The hostility!
Quit whining and keep shooting.
I've changed my mind. I don't want to speak to you guys. Well, that was bad. Maybe I'll go meet Pamam after all at midnight. Yeah, I'll just park here and pretend this never happened. Apologize to everyone. So it happens in Cyberpunk as well. You can never count on automations to get animations right. It's one of those things. Maybe we can sell stuff. Sell junk? Yeah, sell all junk. There we go. Well, 2:31 a.m. Is it? Do you think I've missed her? Can't believe that took 3 hours game time. That's crazy.
Hey, where did you
Hey.
go to yesterday?
Took the kid to an interview at Clouds.
Oh, aiming high. How'd it go?
Well,
What's he eating?
the gonk battered her with questions the whole damn day, only to say her legs were too short.
What?
The whole legs are too short ploy.
The legs are in front of you.
Oh, he's got a tablet. Look at that.
Anyway, girl's upset.
Do I know you?
Wanted to get out of here.
Guess not.
It doesn't smell there.
Hey, there's also, I'm just seeing this now, there's also some graffiti here. Oh, a tarot card? Yes. All right. My collection. This is neat. Okay, so it's 2:39. I guess we've missed Pamam. Maybe I'll try my sabotage gig again, but this time be really, really quiet as I approach. I might even just walk over there and not even take my car. I should also buff up. iClone is exporting another character. Good to know. Yes, let me go with Cirrus here. This is neat here, the wontons. And maybe some water? Or maybe also some ketchup. Who knows? Who knows what they'll do? Okay, wish me luck, guys. good friend of mine, Mosquito, is running an op in the Badlands. He packs a chem shipment in a drone and sends it off to the city. Then, when he gets his eddies wired, he slices off a piece for me. The problem now is those drones aren't making roast at their destination. Someone's plucking them out in the sky along the way. We sent the last drone with the GPS tag. The thieves took the bait and we're getting pinged from the transmitter. You follow that ping, then make sure Mosquito's birds can fly free once again. Sure thing. So I have to go all the way up there, right? God, Leo, wish me luck. Is this my favorite gun here? Yeah, I think so. We've got the drone that goes ping. I'm thinking if I should maybe not go through the front door. Maybe there's a better way to get in here, like jump over the fence. Perhaps also not just start icing people on the outside here. Yeah, look at that. Maybe there's a handy entrance at the back. Do this on the down low. Okay, there's some kind of a thing here that I think perhaps we'll go turn off, whatever that is. Thing is, it's just not going to remain turned off, does it? So with my long-range weapon, could I maybe just go and ice this person here? Pretend it wasn't me? That worked. This thing could assist me with something. This thing's going to come on again any moment, so let me go and just disable that again. This is a good plan, isn't it? Be all nice and stealthy about this. Turn off turret friendly mode. Well, let's do that instead. Does it remain friendly forever? It looks like it does. That's pretty cool. I like that. And there's somebody else sitting up here. I'm not sure if we should just ice him from here. I think that might be a little bit far away. Stealth is the way. I.e. stealthy man. And this turret is friendly. Good stuff. I like it. I like friendly turrets. I can't tell if it's a good idea to shoot this guy from here. I think I could.
You're next in line.
It was all working so well. And then of course these guys are cyber psychos. How can you guys do that? Just appear in front of me, because if I were to try that, it's never gonna work. I also don't know how you guys survive 60 bullets to the skull and you still walk around. Turret, do something! Be friendly, shoot them! Oh my god, there's a sniper on the roof. Well, that might be difficult. How come damage is only 90 points there? Well, looks like I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way.
Over there! Shoot the bitch!
No need for name calling. How are you alive still after a headshot? With both arms coming off, that's just so grotesque, isn't it? Hello, I'm here about the sabotage. I'm just not stealthy enough, am I? Mindless minions, no brains. So true. Ooh, hello. Eddies.
Yellow! Fuck! We're getting zeroed!
Well, you're doing all the zeroing. The amount of gunshots, the amount of headshots, you know. Story is this. Euro dollars, 77, always good. And then we can begin the looting. What's over there? Oh, maybe we'll go and turn that into friendly mode. Okay. Guess my dead bodies were discovered somewhere along the way. It's gotta be the way up, right? I'm thinking. Oh, hang on. Important news from iClone. iClone has finished exporting. Okay, this is good news. It appears Unreal Engine is now importing. Yes. Okay, so Unreal Engine is now doing the import stuff. I think. Is it? Oh, I think Unreal Engine's done with the importing already. Is it? It looks like it is. So let's go up to the top of the tower here, and then we'll see what we can do to finish off the iClone mission. Feels like two stealth missions. So that didn't take too long. It's now 1/4 past. So, but it was. I think my estimation was correct. Coffee, drink. All right. Can I have the noodles as well? No. Tier 1 components. This is good, doing a combination stream of 3D stuff and gameplay while you wait. That's the way to go. Okay, stuff's happening over there. Just shoot me while I reload. He has a hammer, look at that. Connie. Absinthe. Is this the thing I should be... Oh, that's a nice jacket, look at that. For the dandy of the 21st century. More trash. Always good to pick that up. Just random curtains, always good to have that. Makes the room look so much, you know, nicer. Oh yeah, you're the sniper. I'm glad you dropped by. Anything I can hack while I'm here? Still people around. Further up, look at that. I'm still not there. Crystal decanter. I always wanted one, and we're still not where we need to be. Always good to have some ammo. And...
Man, this transmitter takes me back.
How so?
Back in 2020, we used them for pirate broadcasts. You know, blasting hardcore punk on badge frequencies and whatnot.
So this must be how Raph and Shiv hacked those drones.
Was beginning to think you'd never figure it out.
Raph and Shiv. Destroy the antenna. Aww. Oh, that's what we've just done that. Okay, cool. Now we just leave, and that's it, is it? Oh no, there's more people. Oh no. It looks like they're drones now. Oh, we've got the good vantage point from here. It'd be a shame not to take him out from here, right? I'm thinking.
I'm gonna take care of you personally.
Oh, this is a drone. I thought it was. Let's go and maybe turn that friendly. And you...
Fuck this!
Shooting with the sniper rifle onto a moving target, it's never easy. Do you have one more? I don't. What a shame. Oh, there! My God, I didn't know that. Phew. Let the looting begin. Especially on the ground floor. We've left quite a few, whoops, quite a few things there. But also up here, don't want to leave anything behind, you know. That could be vinyl record, original scissors and stuff like that. It would be just be a shame to leave the purple things behind. A spunky monkey, nice one. Nicola, and it's in a little bladder thing. Very neat. Oh, you turret? You're not friendly, are you? No, you're not. Let's make you friendly. Oh, jack in, let's do that. I don't know, it's a good question. Possibly. Yeah, there must have been. Because that's who operates in this area, right? So, 1C, oh, that's a good start. Followed by... Now maybe... by another 1C, then BD. Then could be 7A, then could be E9, then we almost get them. Let's do that. 1C, 1C, BD, 7A, and not another 1C. Dang! Oh, an E9? E9 house. What a shame. Would have been possible. Leave the outpost. Gotcha. Are you friendly? Yeah, you're friendly. Leave outpost through here. Also, loot some more stuff. Who's watching me here? Maybe it didn't matter. Oh, we're going this way. His way. This way. purple stuff.
Casting to you live from the collective unconscious. It's 88.9 Pacific.
Leave the outpost. Trying to leave. I just don't know where the actual how to do that. Every time I go to the point where I'm supposed to be, it feels like I'm going further away. Okay, following the yellow line, right? And then eventually I'm here, and then... And you'd think that's me leaving then, but that is not what they want me to do. I don't understand. Oh, there we go. Is this the exit? Looks like it. Oh, we got another chance to jack in and get the big bucks. Let's say BD 1C without even planning ahead. That's what you get for not doing that. Maybe 1C here, and then I don't know, maybe that, and maybe not. I don't know. We're back at this point. How do they want me to leave the outpost? This is really not fun. I don't know what they want me to do. If I just go and walk out, hasn't that me left the outpost? Now, there we go, finally. Dakota.
Nice work on that antenna. The tricky
You're
part
welcome.
of having a head is knowing how to use it, but not for you, V. Mosquito's roots are safe and secure again. The contract is closed, and closed well.
So that was Dakota. That was my fixer out here. I didn't know. I don't think this was the first job I've ever done for her. So that's neat. Hey, so this is good. Let's go back to follow the lights. I like it. So I will go and go back to the main menu and then switch back to Unreal Engine, hopefully, by the power of this. And let's see, does that work? It just goes and does this. Yes, look at that message window. Exciting. All right. We're back on music. This is good. This is good. So we can switch between them. This is neat. So we're in Unreal Engine. We've got all the stuff that we need here. We've got our people. All we need to really figure out now is where that level sequence is gone. It should be probably in RL content here. Let me go and search for level sequence. No, it's not here. Interesting. Could it be in motion? Where would that be now? Because previously we had motions directly in the person who concerns it. Oh, those are the motions. They're animation sequences, not level sequences. So these things, they're their individual motions, but they should all already be on another level sequence so that I don't have to assemble them. I think. Is that what it means? Or is that not what it means? In IL content, any... It's not actually a level sequence, is it? These things here, they're animation sequences. Okay, let me go and do another filter here and say You'd think it's something you... All filters, there we go. All filters over the animation, check it out. Sequence. There's a lot of them here. It would be neat if this were called the same thing that I've just that I've called my project or something. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe what it means is that it goes and bakes these things onto individual level sequences. Why are you sitting down? That's not the... Had we agreed to that? Oh, this is not the person we dealt with today. Maybe it just means each of them has an animation sequence, but they're not together. Even though I can't quite believe that. Where else could that be? Everything's in RL level sequences. Could that be? There it is. That's a level sequence. I think that might be it. Is it the 6th of... That's the one. This is totally the one. The 6th of April, 1913. All right. Okay, cool. Let's just drag that in here. Open it. And there's all my people! They walk around just like we have. So, okay, cool. So it wasn't... This is great. And look how fast this goes. This is pretty neat. So in order to utilize this with my camera here, these guys are absolutely 100% in sync, which is of course terrible, but now that they're all on here, we can go and take care of that. So in my master sequence, in order to utilize this here, this is why it's so cool to have master sequences. I can just go and add a subsequence track, and on that I can go and put the RL motion one here, this one, and that just tells me it's got the wrong frame rate here. I guess this one's got 60, the other one's got 30. We're good. It means everyone now walks as I've got my cameras here. Ha ha ha! This is great. And if I want to move that, I can just go and do that too. If I want that to start a bit later, make the first shot look good. We'll deal with that area separately. There's just people here. So if we were to fill that with sort of 50 people doing exactly that, we're good, right? Yeah, this is a shot. We just frame that up differently. We can even make we can even cut this multiple times. Yeah, like this sequence. This would look good here, so we can do that here, like just by doing another one. Then we'd have to make sure we don't find double people here, but that'd be easy to just make a duplicate and mute certain people here or give them different outfits or so. Like that is very cool. I'm extremely impressed by that. So then here also, I think we had another one that might look better here. Yes, I think I like this as she walks towards us here for that one shot. That's perfectly fine. Then here we can go and just cut this here. So that bit can just be in here twice. That is cool. That's a different one here. And here, that would have to start a little bit before then. Hey, not bad. Not bad. And it forces U2's last album on you every time. So, not bad. So, aside from the fact that it took a while then to transfer, now that it's in here, I can go and make duplicates of this and just replace these people as well, I think. Let's go and try that out. Let me go and see where that is, and we'll just go make a duplicate. And we'll just call that RL sequence V2. So let's say this here. Let me go and replace that with the other one, the RL sequence V2. And I'm doing that because this duplicate here, if I go in there now and figure out, first of all, put everything into a folder here. Well, that was the plan. Move to folder. People. And if I go Shift V, and then all this gets nicely collapsed. So this is Kid here. If I want to replace Kid with someone else, Kid's spawnable as well, which is neat. So if Kid wants to be replaced with him here, for example. Then that might not be here. It's got to be, no, it has to be here. Maybe dude needs to be placed in here, and Kid gets replaced with convert. No. How do I do that? Oh, just change the skeletal mesh. Like here, like this. Yes. Good. So then you can just not be here. Haha. So that's pretty neat then. Even though he walks like a girl, it doesn't really matter. It's just it's just good to know that that's how we were to do that. Like him here, he can just get replaced by someone else. Maybe him. Oh, and this is a different sequence, I bet. This is that. Yes. That is that. Casual this guy. Even though that, there we go, that's it. I can see our crowd coming together. Well, the Kid was there twice, so Kid would have met herself, so it would be rude of that happening. And then there's some catastrophe happening here. I suppose we don't really see that. We only saw that because we were looking at the wrong thing. Hey, this is good. I'm sort of pleased with that. I'm not pleased with how long it took to get there, but at the same time, I'm new to this, so it's it's nice that we went through this together. So we're fleshing out the interior. Perhaps next time we can tackle this shot. We can literally see this in total isolation. We have how long is this from say 13 to 15, so that's, we're just talking 3 to 4 seconds, and we can probably animate that with these tools from scratch, just with paths and with follow behaviors, and I think that's going to work. Just do it the same way that we did it today. Just grab an area that we take out and then just populate it and bring those animations targeted back, and then thanks to the magic of the subsequences and the shots, it keeps it all nice and compartmentalized, and we don't get we don't get confused. So one other thing that I need to do is a bit of organization. First of all, we're going to make this area go away, and then all these guys here, they can just go into something like a characters folder. I'm thinking all of this, move to new folder. I'll just call it crowd, not crot, crowd. There we go, that's nicely organized. And the camera and these things, they should really go into a folder called cinematics. And that is that. So it works after a fashion with some patience. I think this is really the key. If you know what you're doing, it's going to be really good. But if you don't, like I do, then it takes a little bit longer. I gotta say, the purple carpet was much nicer, so I might give this floor a bit of a different tint. Maybe we should. Those are all the floor tiles here. See if there's a tint option in there. Drag that out. It's very, with the successful music in that, look at that. So base color tint. Let's make it dark purple, because I really like the look of that. Maybe not like that. That looks rather broken. But just with a bit of a tint here, you know. We'll keep it under advisement. Thank you so much for hanging with me. I really appreciate that. It just takes a lot of patience, and there's a lot of downtime when it comes to transferring assets. But knowing that, I mean, perhaps next time we can just factor in a game stream on top of waiting for transfer to finish. I'd be all up for that. Have a wonderful week. I'm back at work tomorrow, so I'll probably be back next weekend for another stream. Take care, my friends. Right, this is what I'm thinking, Julia. The color flow looks a little bit better, so we'll see how we can spruce this up a bit better as we come and refine this and put more crowd people in there. I think here, great opportunity for people to look at posters, you know, walk by, look at posters, and maybe that's the way to go. Like, rather than having the system figure out a 1 minute crowd thing, we're just gonna snip it, chop it into pieces, and then say these 5 seconds, we want to have that happen, say in this area. Same with the back area here. This is probably another thing where the crowd thing can help us. We can work it out next Monday, I think, perhaps even beforehand. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.